If for this part of the question, they extend it to probability. So we got a total of 24 students, and out of these 24, 8 walk to school, and then 6 cycle to school, and then the rest they travel by bus. Of course, you are able to tell how many travel by bus if you simply do a subtraction. So you need to organize the data. Walk is 8, cycle 6, by bus is 10. So the total is 24. So from here, the first part is quite easy. You calculate the number and then the probability will be 10 over 24, and then you can just reduce it. So most of you should be okay with this. Now, when it comes to having 2 students, even though they never mention whether is it with or without replacement, you need to know that when in real life when you pick, it's actually without replacement. That means you don't return it back. Okay, so and then the probability that they got the same type of transport to school. So basically, the probability should be what are the scenario that they will have the same transport. So it's like walk and walk. Both of them will be walking, or both of them will be cycling, or both of them will be taking by bus. So these are the 3 scenarios where they got the same transport for the 2 students. That means 2 students, both are walking, both are cycling, both are taking it, come to school by bus. Okay, so if you want to, right, you can at least think of it like 3 scenarios. So usually I prefer to do it something like this. So in case I forgot about without replacement, so usually I will settle the denominator first. So the first one that you choose will be from 24. Then subsequently you only got 23 to choose from. Okay, so it's the same for the other 2 cases. So usually I will settle the denominator. Then how many actually walk to school? 8 walk to school. If you have chosen the first one out of the 8, then you are left with 7. And cycle to school, you've got 6 of them to choose from. And after you've chosen out the first one that cycle, you've got 5 left. Same for bus. There are 10 to choose from. After you have chosen out the first one, you are left with 9 to choose from. So from here, I get the total probability. You can just punch calculator. Okay, the next level of difficulty will be 3 students. You are going to be choosing 3 students. And these 3 students, 2 of them walk and the other don't walk. So I'm going to break down, regroup the student. So 8 of them walk, and then cycle 6, bus 10. So those who goes by cycling and bus are classified under those that does not walk. So to me, there are 2 categories of students, walk or don't walk. So the 24 students, right, I'm going to see it like 8 will walk to school, and the others, I don't care whether they cycle or they take bus. The other 16, right, just do not walk. So I don't care what mode is that. As long as they don't walk, they fall under the 16. So to me, there are only 2 categories of students, walk and don't walk. It doesn't matter whether they cycle or they take bus. So the cycle and take bus student is lumped under those who do not walk. So I will have 3 students. I'm going to choose 3 students. And of course, if I choose a 3 student, it will be 24, 23, and 22. Because after each one that I chose, the total actually decreased. So you need to think of the scenario where 2 of them walk and the other doesn't. So the first one that comes to your mind will be the first 2 person walk, and then the last one don't walk. Yes. So the first 2 person walk, So you got 8 person to choose from. And then out of the 8, you have chosen 1 out. So 7 is left. And those who doesn't walk is 16. So this is the first scenario. I can reshuffle them. So what about the first person who don't walk, but the last 2 person walk? So it's the same idea. The person who don't walk, there are 16 that you can choose from. Then how many are walking? 8. And after the first walker is being chosen out, you got 7. So you got to list out the scenario. Is that all the scenario? Another possible scenario will be the middle one doesn't walk to school. The first and the last actually walk to school. So again, you decide the denominator first. And then how many walk? 8 of them walk. How many don't walk? 16. And the last one is a 7 because you already chosen out 1 that walk to school. So essentially, there are 3 cases for you to add up. So you got to add up the 3 cases to get the final answer. So this is a bit complex. So some of you might be thinking like, what are the 3 scenarios? Okay. So hopefully this clarify the idea and the strategy that you can use to handle the denominator first. I always do that. And also please remember that when you are choosing students, you are choosing physically, the total actually decrease. So they won't mention the without replacement. You need to know that it's actually without replacement.